I am not a KJ. I am not a karaoke host. I dislike karaoke immensely. And I have no interest in getting into karaoke. But if you're a mobile DJ and all of a sudden somebody wants karaoke, you don't have the tracks, what do? I came up with a way that you can do this for like 20 bucks if you have a virtual DJ Pro license, meaning that you've paid for it, a once and done, or alternately, you do the month to month. Here's a way that you can actually pull off karaoke in a pinch. Let me show you how I did it. Whenever anything like this pops up, the first thing I do is try to think about what I do have already and what can I do with it. You can always think about what you don't have, but maybe the best thing to do is start with what you do have. And that's what I've done here. What do I have? I have a mobile rack. I've got a mixing board or a controller. Yours may look different than this. This is what mine looks like. This is what I use for weddings. It's got a built-in sound card. It's MIDI. I also have 2 microphones on this system. I have a microphone that I use to make announcements, and I have a wireless microphone for guests when they do toasts and speeches. This is what I hand out to everybody. Now, on this mixing board, I only have 1 mic input, but I've worked it out where I run the wireless mic through an auxiliary port. It works just fine through a line input. That's another video for another day. But just know that I have 2 microphones on here. And that's what I need. I need a mic, and anybody who's singing will need a microphone as well. I also have Virtual DJ, and it's a forever license. So if I open this up, and I go here and I look at online music, if I tap on that, there's all kinds of choices here. My understanding is in the US, there's a service called Digitrax Pro Karaoke, which is the one that I use. If you're anywhere other than the US and Canada, you can use this Sunfly Pro Karaoke. That is a lot better than Digitrax, but Digitrax works in a pinch. I've used it. This is a monthly subscription of $19.99. So if you have a client who wants karaoke, you can get an online Digitrax subscription for the month for $19.99, then cancel it when you're done with it. You've got to have an internet connection to do this if you're going to do it live. So what you would do is, you would go into here, and I don't know how my camera's going to act here. Type in, let's say, like Britney, for Britney Spears, and we get a bunch of Britney Spears tracks that pop up. I don't know what Britney Spears tracks we want to do. Let's say, oops, I did it again. You just drag it into one of the decks, and you press play, and the sound comes out of the mixing board, and you get this little window up here with the lyrics on it. Well, that doesn't do us any good. We need some kind of lyric monitor. Here's what I did. If you have a small TV laying around with an HDMI port or an old monitor from a computer, grab one of those and plug it into your laptop. This is a TV that Blanca found in the garbage a couple years ago. It's got an HDMI port on it, and I've used it a lot for demos and things down here and setting things up for video in the studio. But anyway, if you don't have a little TV like this, I looked at my local Walmart and I found this 24-inch TV for 74 bucks. It's got 2 HDMI ports on it. So for 74 bucks, the problem is solved. I'm only running a 6-foot HDMI cable from the laptop to the TV, so that's fine. I think if you run it much longer, you might need a signal amplifier. But if you're running RGB into a monitor, you get a long RGB cable, I don't think you need an amplifier for that. But anyway, since I'm running it pretty short, it should be good. No problems. If you plug everything in, HDMI out of your computer into your monitor, and this is what your display looks like, I'm going to show you how you can fix that with some settings on Windows. You go onto your desktop and you right click anywhere and come down here to display settings. Click on that. And it's showing here's your one monitor. All right. Display is the same on each monitor. Let's scroll down. And right here, multiple displays. It's duplicate these displays is what's selected. We want extend these displays. So we're going to do that. And basically what we've done is we've extended our desktop. We're going to keep those changes. And then we come up to here. And here's the orientation. And it's however you want to do it. You can move this around however you want. But I like to have my main monitor to the right and my extended desktop to the left. Now instead of this duplicating that, this is an extension of this desktop. So let me just show you how this might work. I'm just going to grab a folder over here, any folder. I can drag it onto my extended desktop. See how that works? Now I can drag it back over here. But yeah, this is an extended desktop now. So let's jump into Virtual DJ. And let's go to Online Music, Digitracks, and type in something. I don't know. What did we do before? Britney Spears? Let's do that again. Type in Britney and stuff pops up. I'm going to grab this video for 3. I'm going to drag it up here, deck 1, let it go. And see, I get this, right? It's still not over here on the extended desktop, so let's put it there. How do we do that? We drag and drop. So I'm going to drag this over to the extended desktop. Now that it's there, I double click and it expands to the whole thing. Pretty cool, huh? Now there may be a setting in Virtual DJ that says full screen on extension. I don't remember. You may have to find that. Mine's been set up for a long time like this for music video, but now you can play this track and it's going to turn up on the extended desktop with the full lyrics for people to read while they're singing. And you've got all this over here that you can do. So we can load in another track here if we wanted to. And when we crossfade over, we're on this other track. My crossfader is linked to video and audio, so that'll work out really well. But yeah, look at that. Pretty cool. Same principle of music video. We've solved a lot of problems. We didn't have any karaoke files. Now for 20 bucks we can stream them. We didn't have a monitor. Now we do. Worst case scenario, it's 75 bucks at Walmart. Now they need a microphone to sing on. We know that we have a wireless microphone right here for guests, for like toasts and speeches. Now you could give your karaoke people a wireless mic if you wanted to. You could absolutely do that. But I'll tell you what I did because I was more comfortable with it. I switched my wired mic that I use with a wireless mic on this particular system. Now you may have multiple wireless mics. I don't know. Maybe you got multiple corded mics. Doesn't matter. But that's what I did. So here, essentially it's this. You need a mic stand. Okay, this is a smart thing to do. If you don't have a mic stand, buy one. You're a mobile DJ. Okay, stuff you should just have laying around. Okay, so you got a mic stand right here. And then we take the corded mic and give it to the karaoke people. So they're not running off with my microphone or something or dropping it or whatever, because my wireless mic costs a few bucks, you know. I'm using the wireless mic as my mic now. So I'm putting it on my gooseneck, which I use. And there you go. They've got a mic. You've got a mic. They don't have your wireless mic. That's the good news. They got a monitor to read lyrics off of. They got a microphone to sing on. There you go. Emergency karaoke. Now let's just say that you don't have internet. What do you do? Here's an idea. You can still do it with a subscription. It's all about something called the cache. Doing this offline is going to take a lot more planning than it does when you're online. So I would definitely recommend that you're online when you do this. What you're going to have to do if you're going to be offline is figure out what tracks people are going to sing and download them into something called the cache or cache. I don't know what it's called. I call it cache. Anyway, this is how it works. Go to your online music while you're online. Select Digitracks. And let's just select a track. Let's go Billy Joel. And see what pops up for Billy Joel. I don't know what song they're going to want to sing by Billy Joel, but let's pretend that they were going to sing It's Still Rock and Roll to Me. That's a cool song. Load that into a deck. Let it load. And once it's loaded, right click and select Download to Cache. Click on it. See this brown bar? It's showing the loading process of it downloading to the cache, right? And it should be done. Now, let's just say they're going to do Just the Way You Are. Let's click on that. Let's load it into a deck. Wait for it to load. See what it's doing. This is just how I do it. It works well this way. Once it's loaded, go over here, right click, and select Download to Cache. It's a little brown progress bar right here. Once it's finished, there you go. So now I scroll down here to a folder called Offline Cache, click on it. I've got a bunch of stuff in here, but let's go to Billy Joel. Here's Just the Way You Are. Here's Still Rock and Roll to Me. We can play these songs offline now. My friend Jimmy put together this cool little list for me for a job I was doing for Swisher Sweets for Welcome to Rockville. It was a rock show, so I went through Digitracks. I tried to find all the rock tracks that would work. And then we added some karaoke favorites and gave them a menu of 50 tracks they could choose from. Now, you could totally do something like this and then let them know, hey, look, these are the 50 popular ones. You have them downloaded into your cache. But if you're online, you can tell them, hey, look, if you've got something else you want to hear, let me know what it is, something else you want to sing, and I'll do my best to find it for you. Then jump into Digitracks Online when you're online, find those tracks, and play them for whoever wants to sing them. And that's how I did emergency karaoke in a pinch. It works. Now, those who do karaoke, no disrespect to you. This is just something that the mobile DJs can do if they've got to do it. Think about what you have. Think about what you can do with a virtual DJ account and that Digitracks or Sunflight karaoke subscription. You can make this happen. And I know a lot of the karaoke folks use things like Carafun. Yeah, great idea. But let's say you don't have Carafun. You got to learn a new program, do all this stuff. You can do this. And you can DJ while you're doing this too. So you don't have to do just karaoke. It's just like music video. You can play buffer tracks, or maybe they don't want to sing for a while. You can just DJ like you always DJ with virtual DJ and still have access to that karaoke stuff. One more thing I'll show you. You can do visualizations on screens between tracks when you're playing non-music video or non-karaoke tracks. And I've loaded in some visualizations that I got from Promo Only. They're ambient video. So whenever there's not something that's this on the screen, there's something interesting on the screen. So if you're plugging into, like, say, a house system where there's monitors all over the place, you can put cool stuff on the monitors. So let me just show you that real quick before we wrap this video. You do this using the slideshow feature on VDJ. I've got a folder with a bunch of random ambients in them that play at random. So the Billy Joel tracks wrapping up. We want to play something else. It's an audio only file. I use my crossfader, and look, I got these trippy visuals that pop up on the screen. So that's kind of fun. That's something you could do too if you want to. That's going to work whether I'm doing music video or I'm doing that emergency karaoke stuff. That's it. I hope this video helped somebody. I hope it didn't confuse anybody. No disrespect to the legit KJs out there. This is just how to do it in a pinch with what you've already got laying around. Worst case scenario, what are you doing? You're spending $75 on a monitor from Walmart or a small TV to do these lyric monitors. Most people have something laying around, but if you don't, that's kind of the worst case scenario. You're still under $100. So That's it. Thanks for watching. Hope it helps somebody. I appreciate you so much. We'll see you next time. Practice and enjoy.